I have a friend named Scott, and Scott almost died a few years ago because of a clogged filter. The heat had stopped working in his house, and Scott's one of those guys who thinks that all he needs is a YouTube video and a toolbox and he can fix anything. It's a dangerous way to live, as it turns out. He's armed with his YouTube tutorial and a few tools, and he walks down to the basement to address the fact that the heat is out in his house, and somehow he fixes it, but he doesn't know how he fixed it. And if you fix something and you don't know how you fixed it, did you really fix it? But it's working again. The heat is flowing, and he feels pretty good about himself, thinking that he saved a few $100 on a repair call. What he didn't realize, though, was that the furnace had apparently shut itself off for a reason. The reason was the filter, that thing designed to catch all the dust and debris, was completely clogged. And when a filter gets completely clogged, there's safety sensors that shut down the system to prevent something dangerous from happening. And somehow Scott's not sure how, somehow he bypassed that whole problem, and he got the furnace running again, never changed the filter. In fact, he doesn't think he ever changed as long as they lived there. But that system couldn't breathe. Carbon monoxide started building up, and that's silent, it's invisible, it can be deadly. Around 2 a.m., his wife wakes up feeling a little disoriented, splitting headache, and she tries to wake up her husband, tries to wake Scott up, and he doesn't wake up, not right away. And so she shakes him. He's still not waking up. She shakes him a little harder, and he finally wakes up, and he's confused and disoriented, and she realizes what's happening, and she gets them out of the house, and they made it out, but barely made it out. The paramedics said if they would have slept another hour, they probably wouldn't have woken up at all because of a clogged filter. A filter needs to be checked regularly, but it's one of those things that we tend to overlook, we don't seem to have time for, or we think somebody else will do it. It needs to be checked regularly to make sure what's supposed to stay out is staying out, to make sure it's clear. And so the water filter removes contaminants so you can drink safely, and your coffee filter removes the coffee grounds so you can drink your cup of coffee. Your social filter kicks in, hopefully. Like when someone shows you a picture of their newborn baby and you start to say she looks like an angry potato, instead you say, look at all that hair. That's a filter. That's what a filter will do for you. And when a filter isn't working, when it stops doing its job, the whole system suffers. And sometimes it just starts running inefficiently, and sometimes it breaks down completely, and sometimes it can be life-threatening. So here's what we're going to do in the next number of weeks. We're going to go through the life of Jesus in the Gospel of Mark, and we're going to be challenged to take some time to check the filter for our lives. What's the filter you're using these days for your decisions? Like, how do you decide what to say yes and no to throughout the course of the week? What's your conscious approach to making decisions, to filtering your commitments? What do you give your time to? What do you focus on for the future? What's the filter you use for your relationships, for your emotions, for your words, for how you see yourself? What filter is working in your life?